A little day drinking, you know.
Does not hurt a thing. Good morning. We are, start thinking what I'm saying. Good morning. Here's another, it's the WD-40. It's apparently lubricated my tongue too much.
That's fine.
Good morning. We're here in Kris's garage shop, and we are filming another fantastic episode of Life as the Dog Mistress. Today, I'm actually turning over the reins to Kris, and we're going to make...
Oh, shit.
Oh, I should probably say this is not going to be rated G or PG, depending upon how much cursing goes on in your household. So, I just want to put that disclaimer. Not that I would think that this would be a kid's show anyway, but I just want to throw that out there. So I'm basically handing the reins over to Kris today because we are going to use a myriad of shop tools, and we are going to make one of his favorite beverages, and that is the whiskey sour. And so I am the faithful assistant. Thank you to my dad for these fantastic coveralls. Of course, I have on my safety glasses, and then, you know, safety first. And so, Kris, I'm just going to turn it over to you. What are we going to do first today?
Well, first of all, I want to start off with, don't try this at home. Or do, I don't care, I'm not your mom. We will not be held liable. Do we need a waiver?
No,
yeah, we're not liable.
We're not liable. This is like, you know, we're doing this, see my coveralls, I can't keep them up. This is not a tradition. I'm not very good at this yet. Anyway.
You need some duct tape?
No, I need to figure out how these work. There we go. We're not liable. Don't try this at home. Kris is a master. He's actually, yes, he is actually a maintenance supervisor, oversight extraordinaire for his regular day job, so he is very skilled. And so, yeah, this is going to be us doing fun things, making cocktails, not encouraging you to do these things unless you are also very skilled. How's that?
That'll work. Well, let's kick this pig. I think we'll just start with the basics first.
Okay.
And whiskey sours, not too hard. All right, ice on the glass. Add our whiskey.
And I brought all the whiskeys today. So you can use an unaged whiskey, an aged whiskey, or a bourbon. It's going to just change your cocktail slightly.
And a little sour. I feel like I went heavy on the sour on that one.
I know, that one's yours, not mine. I like more whiskey.
And we're going to garnish.
Of course we're going to garnish.
Well, we are classy. You'll notice that my garage doesn't have any of your normal kitchen utensils, so we kind of got to work with what we've got.
Like that, there we go.
Cleanliness. This will work or it won't.
It seems to be happening. So I like that. There we go. We'll squeeze a lemon right there. Look at that. Only the finest utensils. You can buy sour mix at the store. I encourage you to play around and find a sour mix that you like. We find that the sour mixes at the store are a little bit sweet.
Take a hit,
and not quite as citrusy. Ours is very citrusy. That is a mighty fine cocktail.
And the sawdust is just added fiber.
I mean, as you get older, you should. I've heard you should add more fiber to your diet. So
they could be lying to us. We don't know.
we don't know. That is a delicious cocktail. So again, super simple. Find a sour mix you like, or make your own. If you ever come down to the distillery, we'll give you our recipe. It's not like secret. I just don't know it off the top of my head. And whiskey and lime or lemon or whatever. So super simple.
Shall we go to a Boston sour?
I mean, we're going to get crazy now.
All right.
We're getting fancy.
Waste not, want not.
I agree. That's the, you know, later. That's the leftovers. If you've ever, you know, had a casserole and had plenty left over, now you've got leftover cocktails.
Alright, so now the Boston sour goes back more to like your traditional whiskey sour, which was, you know, originally started out, it was your whiskey, a little lemon juice, and some simple syrup. And then if you add a little egg white to fluff it, that becomes a Boston sour. I don't know that we have simple, but we'll be all right.
Well, and you know, we all like a little fluffing.
Yeah. So we're gonna ice our shaker. And I'm gonna do this one with bourbon. That's good enough. Excuse me.
Absolutely.
Gotta have a holding utensil because I need to cut the lime in half some more.
Nice. Loving this.
If you get some seeds in there, it's not a big deal. It's going to take a while to grow out anyway. Dash of the egg white. Now, normally, you won't have to go through this next step. Because normally, you'll be at a bar that won't try this.
Yeah, you don't see this happening in DogMaster.
Or you will if it works out right.
We might need to increase our liability insurance.
Just put us a little tape around that lid to hold it on.
Because you can't, I mean, really, you cannot do anything without a little duct tape. That is magic.
If you can't duck it, fuck it.
There you go. This is awesome. Oh, the big tools are coming out. I love it. I want to say your shop is exceedingly well organized, Mr. Kris.
I am being more attentive, and I like to know where my junk is.
I can appreciate that. I do as well.
Now, what you may not notice is that there is a Sawzall blade generously duct taped to my shaker.
I like a good Sawzall blade.
And if this works out, we're going to call it the Makita Reciproshaker. Not sponsored by Makita yet. All right, engage your safety squints.
All right. There you go. I mean, where else can you see something like this?
Where else would you want to see something like that?
Well, that's true. It's true.
Now this is a bit of a classier cocktail. And you're going to want to chill that glass. Yeah, I'm going out of frame. It's fine. I'm just all over the place. Here's an old trick. You get you a can of that dust off stuff, the compressed air. You turn that can upside down. Oh.
I was just saying, get it all the goodness down there.
A nicely frosted glass.
Man. Look at that. I'm very excited. It's definitely fluffy. The glass is definitely chilled.
And it mostly won't kill you.
That's good. Cheers to, mostly won't kill you. Oh wow, this is super fluffy. It's light as air.
The Makita Reciproshaker. I'm in talks. We'll work it out. So it occurs to me that we really shouldn't be drinking a Boston Sour out of a mason jar.
Okay.
That really should be fine stemware.
Yes, I would agree.
And I don't really have any fine stemware.
And I did not bring any fine stemware.
But I got some shit and a hot snot gun. We can make something happen.
I'm pretty excited about this because this is serious. So like this is not your average plug it in.
Oh no.
Burn the shit out of your fingers trying to move the this is serious. This is like professional grade.
Ryobi Plus One available at your local Home Depot. Not sponsored by Home Depot.
Yes. So plus one, I might have to put this on my Christmas list.
Well, I like to go cordless. Sometimes I got to be on a roof to hot snot something down. So.
Well, man, I'm telling you what. Things in my house are gonna get adhesed like nobody's business.
So we're going to take an old funnel, I guess.
Yes.
And I did go through the trouble of getting most of the transmission fluid out of it.
That's good. So far, I have ingested some WD-40 today.
America's favorite libation. You're fine.
A little CRC duster, and some transmission fluid. So the good news is I'm going to be well lubricated on the insides. Oh, see, that is lovely. I've got to get one of those.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
This is pretty exciting. So that's just a quick fill funnel that you can get at any of your local hardware stores or discount stores.
Now, when you're hot gluing something,
yes.
the key to it is to remember that the bigger the glob, the better the job.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Now we're going to get her all glued to that washer there for give us a base.
And you can get, again,
and we're going to plug that hole at the bottom.
yes, yes.
I need more hot glue. We'll get there.
So,
as you can tell, we don't rehearse this stuff beforehand.
no, we don't. Well, but I'm going to put in another plug into for shopping at your local Westlakes Hardware down here on the 70 Loop, and I'm giving that plug because we also have another wonderful bartender, and her name is Monica, and her other half, Drew, is one of the managers down there. And so the best thing about Drew is I can call him if he's not working and ask where something is, and he can say go to aisle number whatever, next to whatever, and look up or down and find it. So
sometimes you get tired of waiting on hot glue and you just duck it.
I'm liking that even better. So you can get all of these things today pretty much that we are showing at your local hardware store. And so you may have to shop around for best price or best quality if you're one of those Consumer Reports people. I'm not really.
We're a little lopsided, but that's
Well,
fine. If you're at this point in your day, you've already had enough to drink. You're probably lopsided too.
I'm gonna say I think we're both a little lopsided ourselves there, Chris. So I think we're good.
And now the thing, the duct tape will create a seal temporarily. It may leak through eventually, but if you're waiting that long to drink your drink, you're screwing it up anyway.
Yeah, you're not our kind of folks.
So back onto the whiskey sour business, because I done goofed off enough for 1 minute. So the next evolution in this whiskey sour, we've had our sour, we've had our Boston, which is an old school sour with egg white. The next evolution in that would be what they call a New York sour. And that's
fancy.
The Boston sour with a red wine float.
Because we're fancy like that.
Well, so we're going to start like we did with the Boston sour. We're going to ice our shaker.
I feel like I've done something today.
We'll go bourbon again because, you know, somebody else brought the booze, so I'm drinking the good shit.
Might as well. We can always make more. In fact, they are this morning at the distillery. We were mashing, so.
Now, I'm holding this with pliers because I believe in safety. That one worked out much better. Man, we almost don't need the simple syrup. We might have to change that recipe. I like it better without.
I like it a lot.
A little more of that egg white.
Some people like that sweetness. I guess it's because we're just as sweet as we need to be already.
Either that or we're so bitter the sweet doesn't compete.
Well,
you know.
come on now, Chris. I was going for, you know.
I'm going for real here.
I can appreciate that.
You know, they always say an optimist will tell you the glass is half full.
Yes.
A pessimist will tell you the glass is half empty.
Mm-hmm. And
a realist will tell you that the glass is twice the size it needs to be.
How much time do you spend out here in your shop, do you think?
Depends on what's going on. I do a little build stuff for some local theaters too. Mm-hmm. So occasionally I'll be building off-site here. And, you know, if I'm ever in trouble in the big house over there, the better three-quarters may send me out here. So, I don't know, about 6 days a week. Just put us a little seal.
So in addition to being maintenance extraordinaire for a local mid-scale hotel chain, lodging
125 locations in 22 states.
There you go.
Owned by a Missouri family.
Durian.
Oh yeah. Once again, not sponsored by.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're working on it. So in addition to that, in scent construction, you also can be employed for other important jobs. So if you're in a household where your man is not so handy, or
Then you have to ask yourself
your
where
woman
you
is
screwed
not
up.
or you know you're not so handy. So anyway, if you live in a house where you're not so handy, or your man's not handy, or whatever, then I bet you could probably employ Kris, and he could probably help you out with some things.
My rates are reasonable. I may make fun of you while I'm doing it, but I won't charge you an arm and a leg, so.
I mean, I'm down with that. So there you go, folks. Just another gem of Columbia. You know, making cocktails, fixing shit. It's all good. You know, we live in a really great place.
KP Home Improvement and Repair. They are a sponsor.
There you go.
And I may show up to your house slightly intoxicated. Depends on when you call. So we got the reciprocator loaded up here again, like we're making a Boston Sour.
Right. So it's the exact same thing as we did the last time with our Boston
Close.
sour.
I mean, it probably is different because, you know.
Well, ratios might be a little different.
It's in the morning and I've already been drinking. Consistency is going to be a little wonky.
That's all right.
So this sucker worked once. Let's see if we can make her work again.
I like it.
All right, engage your safety squints. Holy hell, I'm 2 for 2.
Woo-woo! It's a good day.
Get this out of the way. I don't think I want to push my luck anymore.
Probably a good idea. I mean, that is a beaut right there.
A Bonnie, a beaut, and a joy forever.
Look at that fluff. I mean, that's some fluff. Whew.
It might be a little too much fluff. Hell with it.
I love this.
So, I don't know if everyone's got one of these, but you really should, because WD-40 comes in a gallon jug.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
Oh yeah, you can buy it in a gallon jug for like 20 bucks, which is way cheaper than little cans, but you kind of want it in aerosol form, unless you're like me and just chugging that stuff on a daily. So you get you one of these, and you can fill it, put a little air pressure in it, and it's a homemade aerosol can, so to speak.
There you go.
Like 20 bucks on Amazon. Money well spent. We've got red wine in this.
Well, of course we do.
See? I do recommend if you're using one for home use, in-home use, you don't put WD-40 in it first.
It does. So,
It's got a little aftertaste.
It does.
Just call it lubrication so it slides down easier.
That's right.
Now this is one of those fancy ones where you can take the hose down and get a fine mist. So we're gonna try this. I'm gonna put that tube down. We're gonna get just kind of under the foam line. Now if I hadn't shaken the shit out of that, you would see the red wine floating down there, and it'd be really cool looking. But I shook the shit out of that sumbitch, and
there you go. I can see it. It's a slightly pink.
well, I sure as shit wouldn't kick it out of bed.
Let's see. Oh, that's nice. All right. Well, I'm gonna use the fancy one.
Oh, she got the fancy glass.
See?
And I tell you what. Now just some.
I gotta drink it really fast.
Well, you should be. We could have duct taped it more. So I don't know about you all at home, but I'm never in the shop where I have all the appropriate gear. But I've got plumbing parts.
I like a good plumbing part.
That's a 2-inch PVC cap. And what I have discovered
Okay.
is that a 2-inch PVC cap makes one hell of a shot glass.
Oh, I like that idea.
Now you're saying, Kris, that's all well and good, but I don't want a shot today. Well, you get you that PVC cap, and a hunk of that PVC pipe, and you shove them together, and you've got the Kris Pettey variable size cup, patent pending. Now I went with a shorter section here because I'm not a total drunk all the time. But we're just going to ice that bad boy, and we're just going to put whatever's closest in it and see what happens.
I think this is awesome. So if you, I feel like that this is a great opportunity for those that like to be crafty this time of year and do like homemade gifts. Nothing says love to like your construction worker friends or spouse, your plumbing friends, your maintenance people. You can make a set of shot glasses and variable size cups, and you come on down to Dogmaster and get a bottle or two of booze, and you've got one mighty fine holiday gift.
Now, I do recommend when you buy your caps, you look for the flat bottom ones, because this is one you can't really set down, which is fine for me, because once I have a beverage in hand, it ain't going anywhere till it's done.
That's right. No, that's lovely.
And you always pass the glass. Don't bogart that bastard.
That's right. It is the season of giving.
And if someone else is in your shop, there's a good chance you're putting them to work, so you owe them a little bit.
This is white ball.
I'm not getting that one back. Let me just grab that jar. And
This is my new. This I think is my new favorite. So when you're at Dogmaster 6-7 days a week, as we both might sometimes be, you tend to get off the menu a little bit.
I get off the menu a lot.
And so I think a whiskey sour with the red wine float is going to be one of my new daily drivers.
Well, you know, this coming from a professional alcoholic. Semi-pro, actually. I had a knee injury in my youth that kept me from going pro.
Chris,
Before we go anywhere.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't garnish appropriately, and I feel bad.
Oh.
You take out that rasp you got in that toolbox, and you grab one of your squeezed up lemons, and zest that bastard. I'm sure some of it made it in there.
If not, it's a lovely presentation.
There's some in there.
There's some in there. So there you go. So another gem of Columbia, my friend Chris. And, you know, like we say at Dogmaster, we take what we do very seriously. We don't take ourselves very seriously. And so I cannot thank you enough for being an awesome friend and an awesome cocktail maker and a total smartass, somebody who keeps me on my toes, and just another awesome day in the shop, which I don't have one of these, so this is pretty.
I guess I can't thank you enough for your unending tolerance of my smart-ass behavior, so here.
Cheers!
Someone's got to put up with my bullshit.
That's right. So folks, please subscribe to my channel, Life is the Dogmistress. If you would like to make cocktails with me or just have conversations over cocktails, then get in touch. Clearly, I am open to a lot of things, including this fine. I might have to just leave with this. This might be the drinking glass at Dogmaster, put my name on it. So, cheers to you all, and here's to more cocktails, more concoctions, and getting out there and trying something new. Cheers. Cheers.
You don't get the clink from the PVC.
No, that's all right. So, Amy, have you filmed anything like this before?